Everybody, we are back. Welcome to Fleet Week. Chris, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you for asking.
Of course.
Are there any urgent topics regarding the All Elite Fleet that you'd like to get out of the way before we run down any show?
Uh,
I'm kind of just killing time until Tope gets here.
yeah, Tope Suicida
He's late.
is currently getting out of work, we believe.
Yeah, work
However,
at
vibes
his, at his at his job.
that we've been told, But
Yeah,
yeah, pretty positive vibes today, minus, a few things, but
yeah. Some behind
what
the
can you
scenes
do?
action.
What can you do?
Yeah, I will address the elephant in the room. The enormous sunburn on my nose. That's like comical.
I
And
I didn't even
it's
notice until you pointed it out.
it's so funny. I had to point it out before someone
Where'd you
jumped
get
on me
that?
for it.
Where'd that happen?
I had my first week of work at the summer camp job, and it was hot out.
Fucking rookie, no sunburn or no
Yeah,
sunscreen, no sunscreen.
no, I forget that I'm
That's
like
like
aggressively white.
that's rule number one. I
I
feel
know.
like yes.
I forget.
Come on, man.
All right. What do you want to start with? I actually don't have any of the things open, so
I think
go
some
go
wrestling
dead air for a
happened
second.
this last week.
Sorry.
But I believe we start with AEW Dynamite.
Yes, but also we have the vibrator for that, and I didn't know if we wanted to wait for Tope.
I mean, we'll he'll probably be here by the time we're done covering Dynamite,
Oh, he
right?
just said he'll be here in 5 minutes. Okay, we'll
Okay,
just start.
all
We'll
right,
just start
we'll
going
start.
down Dynamite.
Okay,
Okay,
so we start with Keith Lee and Darby, right?
I
Backstage,
believe so.
and Darby's basically telling him like, you know, they're kind of recanting the whole Keith Lee and Swerve business and what Keith Lee's gonna do with Swerve as his partner.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of lights a fire under Keith, and then we get to the match.
Yes. How did you feel about the match?
Um, I thought it was really good. I think for what it was, I think it was really good. I like the way that they've done the blind eliminator thing so far, kind of with the
Mm-hmm.
matchups. How there's like, obviously it's wrestling, right? But I like the Keith and Swerve thing. I think that's cool. Um, Man, the fucking Beal is like the most insane thing.
Yeah.
That's got to be the best one he's done. I think. Like I saw it. I remember I didn't watch it live because I was at the Marlins game, but I saw it, like the clip, and I was just like, my first thought was like, this has to be edited. Like, there's no way that he can physically like fly that far and have that rotation that he did. But
Yeah.
no, it was sick. I love that. And it kind of felt like Keith was getting that anger out from before, like on Darby specifically, like when he's climbing up the stairs, like with Darby under it. I've never seen that before. That was
That
awesome.
was incredible. Him walking up the stairs while Darby's like legs are trapped under, not even his legs. That was
Yeah,
like on his like abdomen. That was
right.
painful.
No, exactly. It looked, and that scream he let out felt legit. But it's so I love how crazy over Keith still is with the audience, right? Because it's kind of you can tell that he's like he's slightly over the past year a little more so like kind of slowing down production wise,
Yeah, after the
but they
tag
still
titles.
love him, man. Like
Yeah.
he's the man. So that's awesome to see always because he deserves the flowers.
I thought he looked really good in this match too.
Right, me too. I think this is the best he's looked in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I also
Because he
love
already has like the chemistry baked in with Swerve, so it
right
probably makes it a lot easier for him
exactly,
too.
and then also just like the difference in styles, right? Because Darby, for the most part, like Darby, Swerve, and Orange can do a lot of the that same style, and then Keith just being the one outlier was pretty cool. Also, Swerve has he just can't beat Darby in
Yeah,
AEW.
yeah. I do. I don't like him getting pinned as much as he has been, but I kind of like Darby just like having his number.
Absolutely, and that's definitely something they can tell in the future, which might lead us
Yeah.
into the next little segment, which was the Nick Wayne video package.
Oh, this was so beast.
It was awesome.
This was so beast. This was very like un AEW, like a
Right.
long video package, but like well produced, very like detail oriented. I really liked it.
Right. And obviously, I was talking about it last night with you guys, like in the Discord. There's a lot of story to be told with Nick Wayne and Swerve, but I don't think like the fact that they haven't uh, gone deeper into that should it makes what we saw in the video package less important. Like I think what they did was they showcased the fact that they have like a real blue chip prospect coming in, and I think they got that point across to where you're interested to watch next week no matter what.
Yeah.
Um, I do wish we would have gotten a little more of Swerve side of it. Hopefully, we can get that on TV like before the match happens on Wednesday or something.
Hmm.
Like one of those video packages they kind of put on social media first and then show whatever would be cool because that obviously there's stuff there with Defy and just Washington. But it was awesome. It really made Nick Wayne feel important.
Yeah, I'm fired up for the match too. I don't know if you've seen. I think they had 2 matches and Defy. I've seen the first one where Swerve like kills him, and
I
it's
think
like
that is it the one where he's just full of blood.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible.
Mm-hmm. I'm really excited.
Nick Wayne's mom is in the crowd, and Swerve's like yelling at her and stuff.
Good
She
shit.
was taking notes from Christian Cage.
Of course.
Everyone should really. Oh no, folks, he's here. Oh my god.
Hey, friends.
Oh my god.
Bro was listening on the way home. That's crazy.
How are you guys?
I'm doing good. Tope, this is your first like show since you graduated the dojo.
Oh, he just graduated the dojo.
Yeah, this is the
I-
right
graduation.
now.
Yeah, I just realized the last show I was on was the bad match.
Oh, the
with
Wheel of
Washington.
Graps. We
Yeah,
need to
the
do
Wheel
that
of
again
Graps.
soon.
Yeah, we should.
Mhm.
Joe Holbert, you know you're watching. Tope, what'd you think of the opening tag match on Dynamite?
I think it's impossible to not be a good match with the people involved. I had
That's
a
true.
great time with
Should we
it.
bring up the vibrator?
Sure. I like
Sure.
vibes.
Okay, let's see if I can do this correctly. Hold on. Damn it. I don't know how to get it so like we're also on the screen at the same time. It's not that. Oh well. Anyway, 3 of 4 are top 5, and they ain't 5. Tope, please explain.
It's pretty self-explanatory, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but I want you to explain it.
3 of the 4 members of this very talented tag are in the Tope top 5, but none of them are 5.
Okay.
They're top 5, but they ain't 5.
Will we ever find out who 5 is?
Huh?
Will we ever find out who number 5 is?
Sure. I mean, when I go through my top 5.
Okay. When is that?
Yeah, when does that get published?
Oh, we'll see. I'm probably gonna make my own Patreon for that.
Oh, okay. Pervert. What did you think of the Nick Wayne informative video package? We already talked about it.
I thought it was great. I am not very familiar with Nick, and I thought it was a very good video package. It has me hyped up for his debut, so I'm excited.
Factual. Okay. Next is the implosion of Jungle Hook, with an incredible graphic.
Rest in
You
peace.
even went back and found the date,
Correct.
which is good.
That's what I was
Was that
watching
their
past
first match?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Jungle Boy escaped via car again. Hook was very angry. He like threw something at the car.
I slowed it down and I kept trying to figure out what it was, and I just had no idea.
I couldn't figure it out either.
It was like, I don't understand. Did Jungle Boy see Tony Schiavone tell his driver to stop, get out, and then tell his driver to get, or was the plan was to always stop there and then walk the rest of the way into the arena?
I don't know. You're asking too many questions now.
Fair enough.
Now I have a problem with this next rating. The bro sesh.
I do too.
Good vibe. That's it. Good vibes.
Why do we go down? Why don't we just at least stay the same?
So
I
don't
agree.
know. I don't know if you gentlemen are detectives or not.
You're like a. We know you're a gym pervert.
Hold on, I am glad that you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up.
Go ahead, Tope.
Oh, I was just simply asking if either of you snooped out the very sneaky camera cuts for
Yeah, that was why it was fucking awesome, because Adam Cole clearly wasn't benching that much, and it was fucking hilarious.
I was lied to. I don't appreciate being
It's
lied to.
professional wrestling, bitch.
It's the graphs.
No,
Yes.
they aren't allowed to fake anything. This is bullshit.
I propose that we start a segment that's just real graps moment of the week, and I would nominate that, honestly, the camera cuts.
It might be. It might be.
That's a backstage conversation.
Does
We'll
this
figure that out.
include the match, Tope?
No,
That's
the match was later.
Was
Yeah.
it? Okay, I don't remember. What was
Yeah.
next? Oh, this next
This was,
happening
like-
was a little unfortunate. I might,
Yeah.
if I say so myself. I don't really remember much of it, to be honest. But we have the Acclaimed and Bill Gunn versus the Blade and the Bollywood Boys.
Hold on a
which is
minute.
just a
Wait. You can't
crazy
discredit.
trailer.
You can't discredit the absolute art that our buddy Taz had during this match. Where
Okay, go ahead.
as soon as the bell rang, he said, "What was?" I got his quote written down here. Says he points this out immediately. He says, "Homeboy's got the tank top suntan going. See there on the hard camera." He pointed out that one of the Singh brothers had a sun. His tan had his tank top like outlined on it.
That's
Immediately.
incredible.
Did not talk about the match. I don't think even. I think he strayed from the match like multiple times, which was hard because it was only like, was it even 5 minutes? Like I think it was less, right?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I have absolutely no idea how long this match was.
fair.
But I thought that was hilarious. Honestly, that's all I have for that match. Like that was my main
Yeah.
takeaway.
Did this
was that
go
he-
through a
he pointed
commercial?
it out.
Probably.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Why is it? All right,
It's a
whatever.
throwaway. It's a
This
throwaway.
was it was fine. Yeah.
Can we
and then-
stop the QTV stuff?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
That'd be-
say. I was gonna
yeah, it's
honestly
weird.
coming
It's
into this,
so
I was just gonna ignore the post match, to be
Me
honest.
too.
But
I say that
we need to start a dialogue.
QTV should end, and then
If they
Harley
want to do
should
this, just
manage
do it on
Powerhouse.
Rampage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just do it on. We'll talk about QTV a little bit more when we get to Collision,
It's
because
just weird.
some real graps happen on Collision involving the QTV. I might say. All right, Tope, explain the title of the next vibrator segment, please.
And I know you're a young little lad, but this is what we call a reference.
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen many classic films.
I have seen
but,
this one that it's referring to. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I really like the Wheeler's face on the Photoshop. That's about all I can say.
That's
for-
it. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
So it starts off with. Does it start with? It starts with Eddie Kingston winning the strong openweight title in Japan. Did either of you watch that match?
No.
Against Kenta.
Did
It
not.
was fucking awesome. It's definitely worth watching.
I have so much to rewatch now, but yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I just watched most of that show last night. But yeah, that match is definitely worth watching. Then we get Mox, and brother, he's locked in. As per usual, it's very. He's never not locked in, but he was very locked in here. He was like bleeding in the pre-tape. So real. Tope, thoughts on John Moxley being real?
Yes, I would agree with that statement. I would say of the realist wrestlers, he is up there competing to be the realist.
Yeah, I agree. Also, he in competition with the guy he's talking about in this promo. He tells King to answer his phone, which I assume is to try and make you think that Mox is trying to get him on the Blood and Guts team.
I think this is lore.
Yes. That's it? You think it's lore?
That's about my
Would seem that way.
contribution.
Okay, good take. Next we have I don't know if this is on the vibrator. Let me pull up the second hour here. Oh my god. Little like in between segment here. Matt Hardy draws Jeff Jarrett as his tag team partner, which is hilarious. And
That's a slap.
then Wheeler talks about Kenny Omega, and which will be the main event. And now it's time for Chris Jericho, brother.
My God.
The full swing in this promo is like insane.
Yeah.
Jericho just came out and was like just instantly a babyface now. Like he didn't really. There was
just
no like. There was
kept
nothing that
talking
really
about Canada.
happened. Yeah, there was nothing that really happened that like would cause him to be this way. Now it just kind of like materialized, and now he's babyface Ocho again.
Hooray!
Yeah.
He was so all over the place. It was
Yeah, but
this
then,
whole, yeah.
but then it does get real. I will say.
Oh,
Don
yeah.
Callis comes out, and they added a little like noise to his entrance.
Yeah, I didn't
I don't know
like
if you
it.
noticed that. No, I like the complete silence better. It's like a weird like
Yeah.
wow, wow type of noise, and while he was coming out, I do still like the big graphics of like him like bloodying Kenny on the screen. That's incredible. Don talks about Kenny. He says, talks about family, stuff like that, shades of Dom Toretto, and he offers Chris Jericho a spot in the Callis family. I'm very scared about this.
Yeah, I think you have the right track there.
I'm like really hoping it's like a red herring.
I mean,
Gonna,
it did seem drawn up like that.
yeah, it felt too obvious.
I just don't know. Like, it was the whole segment was confusing for me. Like Chris's demeanor the entire time, like
It's really out of nowhere too.
just the bringing up Stu Hart and then getting mad at the crowd. It was a lot. I do
Yeah.
based on this and like the segment that was coming up. I forgot when it takes place, but with him and Garcia and Sammy, I do think that whatever happens next ends up breaking up JAS.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that JAS doesn't get replaced with like an even worse thing, which is how I
The
would imagine
Guevara
a Don
Appreciation
Callis.
Society.
No,
Probably.
that's how I would imagine a Don Callis Jericho partnership working out.
Well, don't doubt the Donaconda.
I usually don't. I usually don't, but things happen when you throw in certain people
Certain
into the mix
ingredients.
like this, certain
I
ingredients.
understand.
Yeah, I'm concerned more than anything right now.
Yeah, but obviously we have to point out the reaction that Don Callis gets is like unreal.
Right, just keep him away from this fucker. We're doing so
Yeah.
great. Why do we need to do this?
Yeah, I prefer just him and Takesha talking shit in the
Right.
ring. I don't even really care what it's
Exactly.
about, to be honest. We get well, actually at the end Jericho says, maybe, which
That was so corny too. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
very. I have one word for you. Maybe. Next we get a video package on CM Punk and the Samoan Joe for the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. We will talk about that later.
Those guys are pretty good.
Real fucking graps.
I like them.
Yeah, Samoa Joe also killed Roderick Strong on Collision,
Mm-hmm.
which is our next segment, which is actually the highest ranked thing on the show, which is hilarious. Roddy is
Very on
dead.
brand.
Rip Roddy. Tope?
Bro, him in the neck brace was one of the funniest things I've seen in the past like month.
That's true.
Him just like moving around is impeccable.
Yeah, he was like, I feel great, Doc. Adam Cole comes to check on him, but did he get text from MJF? Did he call him? Something like that?
Yeah.
The more double clothesline lore. Gonna pop huge when they finally do that. And now we get the match itself. MJF and Birthday Baby. What did you guys think of this, Chris?
I thought it was hilarious.
I thought this was pretty good.
I thought, well, first of all, the entrance and MJF running around and doing,
Oh,
just
like,
mimicking
Yeah.
Cole, high fiving the fans,
Mhm.
doing,
Doing the boom.
Roddy, doing the boom, doing the Roddy thing on the Bebe. It was
Mm-hmm.
all done really well. And then just Max trying to get Cole to cheat. and then him just yelling like double clothesline, double clothesline.
Yeah, the whole time while Cole is just like doing his like finishing
Was great.
sequence. Yeah,
And
Cole.
Cole was like, no, I'm gonna just finish this now.
Yeah.
It
We
was
do have to
so
point out
good.
the team they're wrestling is like an absurd team. Daddy Magic and the Butcher,
I loved it, bro.
also known as Magic Meat.
I thought it was
They dubbed
hilarious.
Incredible
themselves.
name.
I thought the
Tope.
backstage segment they had together when they came up with Magic Meat
Oh
was
yeah,
great too.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it
That was
was really well done. They definitely made the most out of the spot.
Mm-hmm. Tope, what do you think of Magic Meat?
I love Magic Meat.
Fair. Many people are
the
saying that actually.
True. This match was like, I love like shithead, like obviously fraud Max
Yeah.
in this role. For me, this was just like I kind of like played out the gimmick a little too long, but like I guess everything that they did worked. It was just too much of it for me, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. It definitely. It says here it was like about 8 minutes, which might be a little long to be honest, considering the guys they're wrestling. I don't know if they needed to get like 5 minutes of heat on the world champion, but you get what you get.
Yeah. Also, I like legitimately only remembered like the MJF Adam Cole like bro moments. So
Yeah,
having it be a couple extra minutes too long isn't the worst.
factual. Now the post match. Oh, the post match. How did you? Before I even get into it, what was your guys' takeaway on it? Did you like it? Was it a little over the top for you?
Um, yeah, but I think it was designed to be right. Like, um, the what was the streamers all landing on Max. The happy birthday was a lot, but yeah, it
Yes.
was just. I think it was definitely intended to be over the top the way it was. I mean, I was kind of indifferent towards it, like whether whether I enjoyed it or not. But I did like at the end, Cole being like, what was it he said? He was like, he thanked him and called him his friend or
He
whatever.
did. He called him his friend. Yes.
You know, good moment, feel good. Another thing I noticed was like, it's so interesting because we talked about the Max turn, like when all that was going down, when they had that Buffalo show, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like him when he pretends to be a babyface or whatever this is now, like the crowd fucking loves him.
Yeah, they're so ready for it. They've been ready
Crazy. Like
for it
it's
for
going
so
I
long.
know it has to happen at some point. It really does. Like
I hope
I don't
so.
think now's the time necessarily,
No, not
but it's
while
just a
he's the
testament
champion.
that like he's going to be, he might be the hottest act in wrestling whenever that goes down because they fucking love him.
Yeah, there's the crowd is so ready for it every time they get like just a taste of like babyface MJF. They
Yeah.
eat that shit up immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there's something interesting about them just being a team
Right, and
Yeah.
letting
and
it
not
ride.
breaking
Yeah.
up. I think they will, and that'll be the all-in match, which I definitely don't mind because the first one was awesome.
Right.
But I do think there's like an interesting possibility of just them having a tag run.
Right. And honestly, as long as they don't go like too far in a certain direction, like I've really enjoyed this feud. This is gonna be one of my favorites of the year, honestly, just because like the match that we got at first, and then genuinely like entertaining segments, and the way that Max is like dedicated to the like himself to it, like the Twitch stuff, the social media stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's been really fun.
Yeah. What was next? Next was Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker, Owen Hart, semifinal match, right? No, quarterfinal match actually, because this got pushed back because
Right.
Britt
Yeah.
was sick the week before. How do you guys feel about this?
Uh,
Yeah, I'm about the same.
Yeah, it was just sloppy a lot of times.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting, like booking perspective. Britt looked really strong. Like she was overcoming everything. Like it was a 3-on-1 at one point. I think she took Ruby's finish or one of her, I don't remember, kicked out. And then the finish was cool at least because it was a callback
Mm-hmm.
to the finish from last year.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it was very whatever.
Yeah, it was a fun match. Britt is a better tag wrestler.
Absolutely. I think we definitely saw that during the Jamie stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Speaking of Jamie Hayter, she's winning the title at All In, right?
I would hope so.
I really hope so.
100%.
Yeah.
Lock it in. Tope guarantee.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
we need a
Everyone,
graphic for that.
put your bets in. What's the what are the odds looking like right now, Tope?
I think she's like plus 115. It's pretty good value.
Wow. Yeah. I'd put a Benjamin on that for sure. Honestly,
Wow.
plus
Flexing.
115. I'm not a betting man, but that feels pretty,
If you
you
were,
know, pretty safe
If
bet.
I was.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay. Next. Well, actually, in the post match, Tope, would you like to talk about the post match?
Yes, I thought that when Sky Blue came out on to the stage and tried to look tough, it was like the funniest stare down moment I have ever seen, and I loved it.
And I forgot who it was that pointed it out. Well, I think it was on Russell Pierce. It might have been Charlie. I can't remember. But the fact that like Sky came out of the same tunnel that Soraya and was it Tony left through, so they had to have passed each other at some point. I think
Yeah.
somebody went through the wrong tunnel. It was just it was a lot. This
Yeah.
whole block was a lot.
Yeah.
Factual. And then we move to the main event, and this was real graps.
Oh yeah.
Kenny Omega, Wheeler, Yuta. It's just under impeccable vibes. Main event Wheeler with the chain.
Yes, sir.
Very true.
Bro, he's ready for the push.
Yeah. He is ready for the push. That's factual. Anytime someone comes out looking a little.
It's either a chain or a bomber jacket. They're ready.
Exactly. Yeah. Sting with the bomber jacket, ready for the push.
Yes, sir.
Yuta with the chain, ready for the push. Kenny had to get his win back for getting pinned in Anarchy in the arena, though. It was cleaner time tonight.
Yeah,
Are there
he
any
was
standout spots from this match, Chris, that you remember?
definitely. I mean, Kenny was selling his neck the
Yes.
whole time, and I just love that Yuta. I mean, it's like it's textbook like Blackpool Combat Club at this point, where Yuta just did not give a fuck about it
Mhm.
and was just targeting it the whole time. And then yeah, the one winged angel where Kenny was struggling and Yuta turned it into the seatbelt. I bet
Mhm.
that was awesome.
That
Like
was
that was a
great.
great
That
moment.
was great. He was like reaching for the leg, but he couldn't
Right,
grab his leg to get the
right,
rest
right,
of the
right.
pin in.
Yeah,
That
and
was
it's one
good.
of those things where like it's wrestling done like at its finest,
Wrestling
and
done
it's
right.
for it's.
Whoa.
I wouldn't name drop, but no, it was great. It's one of those things where like you're how it should be, kind of where we're conditioned to, Yuta wins with that, and Yuta has won with that
Mhm.
recently.
That's the
So
move that
you're
Chuck
just,
Taylor taught him.
of course, so you're scared, kind of. You're like, shit, is this actually gonna happen? And then the only thing I'll say about this whole situation was like in the post match, the timing. Like we're we're a few years in now. Like we can't be having the show get cut off like that.
Are we talking about the post match now?
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Okay. So
Can we
Claudio
not?
comes in, starts beating up Kenny. The Young Bucks aren't there for some reason. I don't know why. I don't remember. Hangman
PT.
comes out with a chair, and the Dark Order stop him from using the chair. Why? I mean, I know why, but like, why are we still doing this?
Uh,
What's the Brian Alvarez quote of the let it play out?
no.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, what is it?
Yeah. Let it play out. Yeah, all right. Fuck me. Yeah.
We're getting into dangerous territory with this stuff. We're in the Jack. We're way too deep in the Jackson verse.
Oh, brother, we really are.
And
I don't
it's
even want to call it the Elite verse because
no,
Hangman and Kenny wrestle other people.
it's the Jackson verse. It's
It's
the Jackson verse,
oh,
All
bro.
right.
I
All
need
right.
this. I
I'll
need this to
just.
end quick. I need this to end quick. I need it to end within the next 2 weeks. I need it,
or maybe it won't, brother.
or maybe it won't. You're right. Maybe it won't. But no, we talked about it last week. It's just why are we still on this? This has been And it's not even one of those like long-term storytelling where you're like, this is like the ironic long-term storytelling that people try to talk about, and it's just so annoying. It's not.
Yeah.
When it was hot, like a year and a half ago or whatever it was hot, and I'll give you
Almost
that.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. No, I think
It actually is 2 years ago.
It's actually probably exactly 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I really like the Dark Order guys when in their roles, in their respective roles, but this is not when we got like the hottest feud, arguably the hottest feud of the year with the BCC and the Elite. This is not the time to start intertwining.
It just
stories like this.
Instead of it feeling like the Dark Order is being elevated to their level, it feels like the Elite are being brought down.
And honestly, it feels like Blackpool Combat Club is getting that way too, where not necessarily like in the same way as the Elite, but like why do they now have to kind of somewhat take a back seat to the Bucks and Hangman's focus on the Dark Order? Like it's especially with the Rampage result, like that frustrates me even more with the ending. Like it feels so simple. Like you have a hot feud, do the feud. Like,
don't get sidetracked.
Don't get sidetracked, and don't waste valuable time on this. Like
we only have one more week until Blood and Guts. There's this Dynamite, and then the next Dynamite is Blood and Guts.
Right, which is what's concerning about them still being involved in the story like this.
Yeah. Right. Rampage should have been probably the end of it. But the result makes it feel like it's not the end of it.
Right.
Which I guess we'll get into now. We'll talk about Rampage. Did either of you watch Rampage?
What did 411 Maniacs say? Do the rundown.
Just want me to read their ratings?
Just do the results. I want to hear what they had to say.
Opening match was the Young Bucks and Hangman Page, the Hung Bucks versus the Dark Order. Let's see what they gave it here. Obviously, Uno, I'll spare everybody from, my anger about it. Evil Uno pinned Hangman Page. I don't understand it, like, at all. Like, I get it from, like, what they're doing and where they want to go. I just think it's fucking stupid, to be honest. Like,
yeah, they shouldn't go to that place is the problem.
No, he should not be pinned right now. Especially by fucking Evil Uno, who I like, and I like the Dark Order, but they're just not at that level of importance on the TV show. They did like nothing for 2 years after they won they lost the trios final. They haven't done anything since then, really.
Right,
now they're just kind of back here.
At a certain point, do they do anything else other than worry about Hangman and the Elite? Like, what do they do? They don't do anything.
Their characters are so like one note. Hey, what's Hangman doing?
Right.
That's kind of all they do.
Which sucks because like
I like all three guys.
I like them exactly. I like them. Silver's so entertaining. Reynolds is like a good tag wrestler. Uno's like you wanna root for Uno, especially after the Mox match that he had. Right, like it was really good, and we're all giving his flowers then. But like, fuck, this isn't the right thing for them.
It's not the situation. Yeah, and like if they were just Tope's been attacked by his dogs again. If they were just like an undercard like babyface trios that just like had like fun matches, that's awesome.
Right.
Right. That lose on Dynamite and win on Rampage and Ring of Honor. That's awesome. Like that's the role. If they want to if they're turning them heel in this, they better have a fucking like idea of where to go after it.
And not only that, but like an intriguing plan for them.
Also, people were probably like, didn't Stu Grayson just come back? Where is he? They have not said anything about him.
All right, you got to tune into.
He's not in the group anymore.
Got to tune into Honor Club, brother.
Stu Grayson turned on them on ROH, and there's been no note of it on TV. And now all of a sudden they're main characters in the show again, or they're trying to be. It's just there's so many loose ends and shit that just doesn't really fit the situation or spot that they're in right now to me.
Yeah. No, I don't understand it at all.
I'm sure this match was good because of the people involved.
Yeah, because they're great. All people involved are great trios wrestlers
and have good chemistry together.
Right, that doesn't bother me the slightest. But it's just it probably shouldn't have happened this close to Blood and Guts.
Next on Rampage was
What was the rating? What was the rating?
B- for the match. Solid.
All right.
Good little match.
Mhm.
Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament. They're doing like 3 tournaments right at the same time. It's very confusing, especially for my dad. He thought the tag matches were like part of the Owen. He like couldn't handle this in his head. We have Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara versus Matt Hardy and Jeff Jarrett. Which honestly, from reading that, it kind of sounds awesome in like a perverted real graps kind of way. I did see from Joe Holbert's Twitter that Jeff Jarrett and Daniel Garcia didn't really interact, which is hilarious.
That's sad.
Yeah. But, this match got a C+ from 411 Mania.
Oh, come
on. Who the hell won? Okay. Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara won. Thank God. Because I couldn't find it when I was reading it. Yeah, that'll be fine. Who are they wrestling next? Are they wrestling the winner of the main event of Rampage, right? I think so. We'll keep going.
Yeah.
Sure.
Next is Shida versus Marina Shafir. 3-minute match. Women's Rampage match. Good job, Tony.
Woo.
Then I think this is the main event. Yeah. Trent and Matt Sydal versus Brian Cage and Big Bill. These are 2 inspired tag teams.
Right.
This is good shit. I want to watch this match because I need to watch Big Bill and Brian Cage tear it up.
Guys, the Rampage ratings just came out. It's too low. We're not allowed to talk about it.
Shit.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about the show anymore.
Bro, they're putting up collision numbers. That's nasty. Big Bill and Brian Cage win. I assume that means they're going to wrestle Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara, which will be very fun. Big Bill is the best big man in the biz. Factual. Real and true. This match got a B.
Wow.
Awesome. I forgot to pull up the Collision rundown, so someone talk about how Collision opened.
I got you. So, Punk starts out, and he's talking about the Owen. And folks, this is all I've wanted since the Owen started, is just make it feel important. Give me a reason why I give a shit about this. And Punk actually did that. And honestly, props to most people involved in the tournament that have been given the time to talk about it have given their reason why it's important to them and why they give a shit. So I love that they did it. I love that Punk talked about Owen, talked about how he probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Owen. A lot of the guys in the back wouldn't, whatever, explaining it. He started the Owen Hart chant, talked about Samoa Joe. Nigel kind of does a good job of explaining Joe and Punk's rivalry. I thought it was great. Punk going up to the cup. It was just all good. It just gave you a sense of importance for the Owen. It made you care about it. And I think the matches that we've gotten so far, especially in on the Punk side of things and the Joe side of things, have really made us feel really important.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of the Owen Hart Cup tournament, we had Powerhouse Hobbs, and on here it says with QT Associates versus Ricky Starks. I liked this. I like this match.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a fine match.
I saw some opinions that were like, this was bad, and I was like, I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said it was bad. I think
Frank didn't like it.
I loved
Frank said it was arse.
No, not ours.
I thought Hobbs' gear was awesome, the pink and black.
Yes.
It was pretty sick. I've we talked about this. I've been converted into a Hobbs believer. I thought it was really good. There was just one spot. I think it was only one of the DDT that could have been better, but no, they were good. They kind of at the beginning was a little I didn't love it, but then they kind of found their chemistry again, and slowly got back to it. Pace was really good, and Hobbs does this. What I really like about Hobbs now that I'm starting to notice a little more is that he does this thing where obviously he's a big man. His stuff it's like obviously quality instead of quantity. He's trying to just inflict damage on you. He's not trying to do too much. And I really like that. I thought the match was really good.
Yeah, I agree. I think it definitely started off a little messy. Ricky messed up the tornado DDT, which he kind of always does. I don't know why he still does that. I don't know if he's ever hit it like smoothly,
Right.
in a match, but yeah, I thought this was fine. I thought Hobbs got pretty good heat. Someone said that in the chat.
Right.
I agree. I do think it was better than Ricky and Juice, but I think these two still have I think these two have a really good match in them.
For sure.
Like
And I
like
think
a far above average match in them. I don't know when it's gonna come, but I
it's gonna
think
come
it's
soon, I
there.
hope.
It's the chemistry is just super weird.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Like you see the flashes where it's like, oh, they would have an incredible like main
Mhm.
event match, but then they also have like the spots that you go, oh, this is like
And
all right.
and it's one of those things where I feel like the feud would also help it. The match itself, even if the chemistry isn't fully there in the ring,
That's
I
true.
feel like it could definitely tell a really good story. And I'd like to clarify, yes, I thought it was really good for what it was, which was ATV. You know, what was it? Was it semifinals?
Yeah.
Semifinal match. It was good.
Yeah, 10-minute match. I thought it was pretty good. Would you like to guess the 411 Mania rating for it?
I think they'd go B minus.
No, this one has star ratings.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Whoa. Hold up.
Tope, you weren't here last week. We're just
Three-
we make fun of the 411 Mania star ratings.
3.25.
A little too high.
Really?
Yeah.
Tope, take a shot.
Do you have a guess?
Oh, I'll go just below mid.
What would that
Making
equate
fun of
to
other
in
people's
stars?
We can't equate it to stars. That's anti-vibes, guys.
That's
We
true.
can't.
Yeah.
Now, what does it equate to? What do you think this guy would equate that to?
There you go.
This guy probably gave it like a 2.75, but I wouldn't.
Correct.
give it that.
Wow.
2.75.
What
Someone
a
in chat said
call.
it to Whiskey Dick Vital. Thank you. I don't know why I said thank you, but good job, I guess.
What a
Thank
call.
you.
You're welcome. Yeah, fine match. I thought.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
a big thing was I also think Ricky looked like both guys looked like stars here, which is when you think about like how they came into the company, relatively unknown by like the audience,
The masses.
the masses, silent
M.
M or not. They both got really good reactions here. Ricky's been looking like a star on Collision, which is great. And yeah, no, not the post match for this. It's the post match for the Punk match where he comes out, right? Yeah, so we'll talk about that later.
So the post match for this match was, well, the finish of the match we'll talk about. Hobbs had the match won, and QT was distracting the ref, trying to help Hobbs, but didn't realize that he was, he had Ricky done already. Hobbs then, goes over to QT, and then I think spear 1, 2, 3, right? That was it. And then Aaron Solo steps between QT and Hobbs, gets his ass spine bustered.
And that's when as soon as he steps
Crazy
in,
style.
at first I was wondering like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna play this out a little over the next few weeks.
Nope.
As soon as Solo
Nope.
stepped in, I was like, oh, we're doing this now.
Yeah.
We're pulling the trigger now. I was so fired up.
Yeah. This could be big for Hobbs.
Huge.
He needs this, I think, especially like as a character. I think he really needs.
And the last two performances for him have been pretty good, with the slight, like fuck, I just wish QTV wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we're good. We're going in a good direction.
Honestly, even the tag match he had with QT when they wrestled the Lucha Bros was that like 2 months ago or some shit. That was a good match. Next, actually, we'll continue. Harley Cameron steps in between. Real. I mean, he's not wrong. She steps between Hobbs and QT. When Hobbs gets his hands on QT, crowd's gonna go nuts.
Is it wrong that I thought she was gonna get spine busted as well?
No,
I thought so.
I also thought so.
I thought so.
That would have fucking ruled.
Yeah, it would have. Next, there's a video package from Miro. I honestly I couldn't really hear what he was saying because I was watching this with a group of people. Can someone explain this to me?
Flex.
No. Trust me. No.
I think he was just talking about God again.
That's fair. I believe it. Chris, was he talking about God?
I honestly do not remember. I
It was
think he
good.
was.
You
Hold on. He was talking about He said like, didn't he say something like or was this last week where he said that the match everyone's waiting for is gonna happen or is coming soon, like which I don't, might be, I don't know who that's really in reference to yet.
Goldberg.
Chris, thoughts on Goldberg?
On air, I don't think I've ever said a bad word about Goldberg. So
That's just not true.
Yeah, that
JJ
can't be
Williams,
true.
he is godless now and answers to no one. Thank you.
right,
I'm reading now the rundown.
I'm sure there's something about his wife.
He
in
must
there.
walk the righteous path and be what his God was not. Beast. I'm imagining him saying it. I'm like, yeah, that ruled.
Yeah, it's
Hot
pretty
double
relatable.
jointed wife. Frank, I with you, I don't know if that's just you saying it or if you're like quoting
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna leave that one there.
Yeah. Anyway, next is this. This is an unfortunate happening on the show. I was very upset about this. I don't think I saw the Twitter announcement that Athena and Willow had gotten canceled. So I found out via Tony Schiavone, and I was very upset.
Sad.
Yeah. And now they're going to make me watch Rampage for it.
But
That's
have you
fucked up.
considered the house always wins?
Well, yeah. I was happy that the replacement was Julia because she's real. But
she is real.
She is.
She's real. Yeah, she's up there.
Yeah. Willow's not medically cleared to compete. She lost her New Japan Strong title. Did either of you see that match?
This was Julia, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it was fucking awesome.
Again,
It was fucking awesome. Julia, they beat the hell out of each other. That's why Willow couldn't wrestle. Previous match was too real. That's what it said. Video package for Blood and Guts in 2 weeks. We're gonna find out more on Dynamite. What do you? Let me get some predictions. Who do you guys think the fifth man is gonna be on each team?
Goldberg.
On which team? He's gonna be on both teams.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
He's like a permanent QB when you're playing football.
All-time QB.
You're tracking Goldberg, and he can just go after anyone.
That's awesome.
He's his own third team instead, actually.
Yeah, it's 4-on-4-on-1.
Right.
I know who I have my money on. All right. I'll go Coda
for the Elite. Yeah. And who do you got for the Blackpool Combat Club?
I think I need a hero.
Oh, I wish. I'm not getting my hopes up for that. If it's Chris Hero, bro. Oh.
It's probably gonna be Jericho, right?
I really hope it's not.
So right. So I don't think it's going to.
Did Tony say? Tony replied to someone on Twitter and said it's not him. It's not Chris Hero, which like half makes me believe it's not, but also half is like he's lying.
Yeah,
but I won't get my hopes up.
Yeah, I definitely think Coda on the Elite side. BCC. I don't think it's going to be Jericho, right? But as of right now, if I had to guess on like a right answer, it would probably be Jericho, just because.
Yeah. What if it's Daniel Garcia?
You said what if it's Daniel Garcia?
Yeah. What if Chris Jericho is like? I think Joe Holbert said this on the WrestlePeer show. He said, "What if Jericho accepts?" And Don's like, "Not too late. We got somebody, and it's Daniel Garcia."
Right. Oh, I thought you meant like Jericho just sends Garcia. I like that.
No.
I like your version more.
Yeah. Well, it's not my version. I usually will steal the bit and steal the idea, but
classic
that was definitely
Dukes Joe. Taking the.
Well, it's actually not classic Dukes because I admitted it.
Right. Oh, and I actually, you know what? I like that because that it's like this is a crazy poll, but like SummerSlam 2010 against the Nexus when Miz was gonna come in, and then Cena was like, "Nah, bro, we got Bryan," type of thing, and then
that's awesome.
And that's
what
like
a poll.
That's the
what
reason,
a comp.
That's the reason why like there's so much animosity between the two that gives another reason for Jericho and Garcia to be pissed at each other. I like that a lot.
Oh my God! Hold on.
Oh,
Good brother Frederick was cooking in the chat. Don Callis, so he can be the one that surrenders on behalf of the BCC. Bro, if he's the fifth man in this match, that's so fucking sick.
I
That
don't hate that
moment
at all.
when, because he'll be the last guy in, and Kenny will be the last guy for the elite, and everyone's gonna be down. Oh man,
Right, but like, what would be? I like that. I like that a lot. But like, what would be the reason why Mox would be okay with Callis being the fifth guy?
I agree with that. Unless Mox just isn't okay with it, and Don just does it himself.
Right. Or yeah. If Don's like, hey, focus on the match, don't worry about it. I'll find the fifth guy.
Yeah.
And then
I wish we had like another week to build this, because next week we need to find out who they are.
Right.
There's no like the next week is the go home to this part of the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the elite is definitely going to be Ibushi. And
well,
where are they next week?
is that a Duke's grin guarantee?
It might be. It's not a guarantee.
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out where they are next week.
It's a Duke's grin assumption.
well, that's not nearly as fun.
No, not. But yeah, where are they? Do you know where they are next week?
Next week they are
In
somewhere
in Canada.
in Canada, yeah.
Does anyone in the chat know? Great audio here. Great.
Have they been to Vancouver?
It's definitely somewhere in Canada.
My God, they're in Saskatoon.
Saskatoon,
better go fucking nuts for the Golden Star. You hear me, Saskatoon? I know you're watching. Mooseville. Yeah, that's probably true. That's most of Canada, I feel like. Anything else on Blood and Guts before we get back into Collision? Because I cut us off.
I hope Tony makes good choices.
Yeah, me too. I hope that a lot, actually.
That's my take.
I often think that.
Yeah, I think about that a lot, actually. I sometimes I lay down and I'm like, Tony Khan, don't fuck this up.
Do the simple thing, do the right thing.
Yeah, it's right there.
Don't give in to peer pressure.
Call Kota Ibushi. Do the right thing.
Do the right thing, please.
Call Phil. Get him in. Do the right thing.
That's crazy. That was crazy.
He should do the right thing and call CM Punk.
Great.
What if it's CM Punk?
Hey man.
Hey.
I'm not saying next boom period or anything, but
Are you saying the real is back?
CM Punk top 5 ain't 5.
Wow. Okay, wait a minute.
That means we got 4 now.
We have 4.
Right.
Who's 5?
What's
that means we have 4
collision?
because the opener on Dynamite had 3 people in it and they weren't 5. They weren't top 5. So now we have 1 through 4. In no particular, I'm not going to order your faves.
Last week.
I'm not going to order your unproblematic
if we
faves, Tope. But
cult of personality, as like they don't even say who the 5th member is until the show.
JJ, don't get me excited like that, bro. Don't get me excited like that.
Oh.
JJ Williams says, I'll say it exclusively here in the chat that I was told.
Put it on screen.
I didn't realize that until I put it on screen. He was told to be in Boston, and he will be in Boston. We know that Good Brother's going to get some great pictures, too.
What if, hold on, hear me out. What if, I think Tope.
Room.
What if, money.
What if she's
the 5th man? She's the 5th man.
Yeah.
Bro, Mercedes of Blood Guts would be so fucking beast. Tope got attacked by his dog again. Honestly, I didn't even think about it being in Boston.
Do you remember? Wasn't War
obviously
Games
she's
in
not
Boston?
Gonna be in Blood and Guts.
Wasn't War Games in Boston?
Why?
And that was the whole like mystery woman, and it wasn't her. All I'm saying is, right some wrongs, you know.
Okay. Send the fans home happy.
Think about it.
Yeah. All right. Man, yeah, I didn't even think about them being in Boston next week, or for Blood and Guts. I mean, all right, let's get back to Collision. Julie Hart with Brody King versus Bambi Hall.
Hell of a name.
Interesting name for sure. This was 2 minutes long.
I gotta say, this may have been the best. The entrance with Brody.
Yeah.
I would make an argument that I think it's a top 5 entrance. And
Wow.
probably not number 5.
Not
in
5.
That's big.
Not 5.
That's big.
I think it's a top 5 entrance.
That covers a lot of ground. That's big.
And I
And it's
I
not
didn't like
5.
the lights during the matches, with like
Yeah.
the tag matches. But during the entrance, Brody behind her.
Beast. Yeah.
The way she
has
sings the song.
She sings.
When
I feel
the
like
lip syncing
she
the
is
song
fucking
is
rules.
beast. Yeah.
in my head. It's not a lip sync. It's just her.
It's also great that the song rules too.
Yeah.
Just all works.
Then we have
she murdered someone. So
yeah, fair. Next we have Andrade backstage. Talking about his mask. He wants his mask back.
He just wants his mask.
Give him his fucking mask back.
Mask.
this is like
This is bullshit.
This is like the first idea I would have if I was running a creative. I would
Someone stole his mask.
Steals Andrade's mask. The spooky mask.
Oh man, give him his fucking mask back, man.
He's
just rude at this point.
Did you see him? I don't know. I think we talked about this last week. Did you see when he tweeted at Zelina Vega like, "Hey, let me know if you see the mask or whatever." I thought that was amazing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and then Malachi said some like stuff with the mask, and I kind of like didn't understand a lot of it.
Fair lore.
Really, Malachi Black said that.
It was a lot of lore, like the match gonna be good though. So
fair. All right, next, folks. I mean, it doesn't get realer than what we have next.
Is this it?
The AEW World Tag Team Title Eliminator match.
Oh, this is it.
That I didn't know was an eliminator match. That I thought was a tag title match. The FTR versus the Jay White and Juice Robinson, the Bullet Club Gold. Oh man, just somebody talk about this, please. Chris,
it was art, man.
it was so good. It was so fucking good.
Everything about it. Entrances were great. Crowd was hot.
Mm.
I love that FTR loves doing the spot of like they get into like a standoff, and then it's just like a fucking right after that.
They're like low key Triple H merchants.
No, they are, but like
they wouldn't let you know it.
But works, bro. Like it's so good. The Germans, it's just all of it. It was such a good. It was just. Bro, honestly,
everyone should just tweet, give him his fucking. Can we all do that right now? Actually, everybody try to open.
Everyone,
we're doing this as a family right now.
Get your phones out.
Everyone, get your phones out.
This is classic
Open
late night grin. This is classic late night grin content.
Any Robert O'Neil's in chat, please open Tweet Deck. Everyone type, give him his fucking mask back at Malachi Black.
All right. Do we got it? Everyone got it? Tag him. We're tagging him?
Yes, we're tagging him.
We're tagging him.
Hold up. Malachi Black. Okay, here he is.
Do we tag Andrade too?
I'm gonna get a few. When you have it done in chat, say ready. Okay.
Are we tagging Andrade?
No.
All right.
No.
We don't want to bother him.
No, definitely not.
He will absolutely see it.
Remember what Ric Flair said? You don't want to be stuck in a room with Manny. All right.
True.
We don't want to be. We don't want to bother Andrade,
so give him his
but we do want to bother this bully.
Give him his fucking ass back at Malachi Black.
Yeah. Yes.
We got it.
All
right. Are we all as a family? Yes. Are we ready to click send? Is everybody ready? All right.
I'm ready.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, send.
Beautiful. My tweet was sent. Tope, did you send your tweet?
Yes.
Okay, good. I hope everyone else did too. Be really funny if we're the only ones that did it, actually.
I think that's the better outcome.
Dude, Tope, what the fuck?
What?
You fucked it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to delete. That's just my signature on all my tweets. It just auto does that.
Nice.
Oh my god. Whatever. Let's talk about the tag match again, please. This match is incredible, man. The way it just built slowly, the pacing and like just the escalation of everything was great. I allegedly may have been in a different mindset watching this match, if you will.
You were sad?
No. there may have been some sort of gimmick.
Some gimmicks.
There may have been some sort of gimmick, allegedly. I don't know. It's what people are talking about it. I don't want
You
to
had a
listen.
sip of
People
your
are speculating.
mother's wine?
I'll let them think what they want to think. All right. But that also led to the finish. Me genuinely standing up and screaming, "Holy fucking shit, new champs!"
Well, also,
threw my arms up.
wait, you didn't know it was an eliminator?
No,
right?
I thought it was a title match. I really thought it was a title match. That's why, to anyone in that's in the Discord saw me react the way I did, and people were like, "Yeah, the outcome was kind of decided already, but that was fucking awesome." And I was like,
Right.
"You knew this was happening? What did I miss?" And they were like it's an eliminator match, man. You know, we knew there would be a rematch, and I was like, "Oh, well, that was still good." Tope, what did you think of this match?
This, as you said, like the way that it built and built, like for me,
Yeah.
this is one of my favorite tag matches all year. Like it may have been my favorite.
Oh
tag
yeah,
match.
for sure.
But the way that it just slowly kept building, and like as I'm watching it, the more and more I'm like, oh, I really like this. This is like, oh, this is awesome. This is, oh shit, this is like one of like the best matches of the year. Oh shit. And the finish was like, I guess
Mhm.
if you're gonna critique it, the finish is what you would critique. It wasn't a perfect finish, and
No, I think it may have gone like a second past where the match peaked or
yeah,
whatever,
it's like
but
2
I don't
minutes short of.
hinder it really at all.
I'm very excited for the rematch because I think they're gonna just build off of this one.
Yeah.
Right. And man,
2 or 3 falls,
Jay
bro.
White's so fucking good, bro.
2 or 3
so
falls
good.
next week.
Jay
Oh,
White, he may not be number 5 or number 4 on the Tope
wow,
top 5.
that's gold.
Wow.
He's just got it though.
Wait. Say that again, please.
He may not. Jay White, the Switchblade. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I have.
Some say the knife pervert. I've heard.
Yes.
Is in the Tope top 5. Is not number 5. Is not number 4. And as I say this, I don't even think he's number 3.
Wow.
Wow.
Would you say he's top 2?
No, well, I'm not gonna get that far ahead of me. He's top 5, but you
Top
know.
5, not 3, 4, 5, but you're not sure he's top 2. Just to clarify. Okay.
He ain't 5.
That's for fucking sure. That's for true.
Hell yeah.
Also, Juice, he's putting in his bid for Collision MVP. He's been awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're showcasing him great.
He hit like a sleeper suplex on Cash. Oh my god.
I forgot who it was. I forgot who it was that tweeted, but they were saying like CJ Parker was him acting like he was on drugs, and Juice Robinson is drugs.
Factual.
I was gonna say, like,
he's so
like,
unhinged.
we all want, like, bring back like the crazy, like, coked out promos, all that. I think Juice is just that while sober.
Yeah, he's just a crazy fucker.
He's incredible.
Fucker, if you will.
Whoa.
Yeah. He might be in running for most fucked fucker. That's not our award to give out, but he might be in the running.
Are we gonna have the Fleet Week year-end awards and give out that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll
I feel like we have to come up with a different name for it. We can't just steal Deadlock's bits. I mean, we could, but like, I mean, yeah, actually, no, why not? We could do that.
Yeah, I feel like that's easier.
That's true. Okay, Franco, this is also true. Dax did say in the thing afterwards, he's gonna go fuzzy wuzzy all over Regina, which is an insane thing to say. Tope, thoughts on going fuzzy wuzzy?
I'm gonna have no comment on this one.
Okay,
I'm happy for Dax.
me too. He's awesome. He did get pinned though, loser.
Well, never mind. Not happy for him.
Yeah, what a fucking loser. Yeah, this match clocked in at 28 minutes and 10 seconds. Didn't really feel like that.
I don't know. I mean, a lot happened.
A lot
happened.
definitely did happen. Yeah,
Like
there was not a lot of. There was no like hiccups or like dead moments in the match. I don't think it was awesome.
Dax 2022 Dax chops were back today or Saturday.
Well,
big time.
Oh yeah,
So that was fun.
factual. Match 4, Scorpio Sky versus Action Andre. Scorpio Sky's back. Very interesting that his new gimmick is, I am Scorpio Sky, the same guy that went away however long ago. I'm the same guy. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I got much here.
Yeah, this is a fine match. I thought it was pretty good actually.
Yeah.
It was a well worked match between two pros. But like,
well,
what? Oh yeah, thanks. I already explained it before you got on the air, so it's not really that much of a dunk. I mean, it is a dunk, but like,
fair enough.
This was whatever. It was like a little extended squash. Scorpio's back. I'm very interested to see if there are ideas for him.
You're interested to see?
I'm interested to see if there are even ideas, or if he's just going to be a guy on the roster again.
What is your ideal?
Christian Cage could have a hell of a feud with that guy.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Say about anybody.
Yeah, but then
I know. Well, yeah, that was the joke.
Like a Scorpio versus Luchasaurus for the team.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
Well, speaking of Luchasaurus, we're getting Luchasaurus for Shawn Spears on Battle of the Belts.
Is that
they still do those?
Yeah.
Why do they still do those?
I don't know. This is a good idea. Just do Men of the Year again. Good team. Good team.
Is Scorpio? What's his? Is he supposed to be a face or a heel in this new?
I don't know.
Because it feels like he's just Scorpio.
He's just a guy.
Yeah, shades of gray.
It was interesting because like all the promo stuff was like, oh, they're gonna heavily feature this guy, and then he came back. I think he had like one, like not even vignette really, but like promo package.
They cut it off.
Right, and then it's like at least give us something that's, any sort of investment other than hey, like I'm the same guy. I'm the guy that was TNT champion that one time. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm the guy that. Remember when I was with Dan Lambert and all the UFC guys? That's me. It was just terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like the thing is, like he's not. He doesn't really do it. For me in that sense, because I just think he's a dude. He's just a guy. But I don't know.
Chris, did you know that he was the one half of the first ever AEW Tag Team Champions?
Really?
I was aware, yeah, a little bit.
Well, you should reconsider your opinion on him now that you have this information.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
hold on, wait. I'm processing that now, and I'm reconsidering it. And I think the same.
Okay,
Chris, he is he's a two-time, right? TNT champion.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
He's a two-time.
He had the Laker belt, right?
He did have the Laker belt, yeah.
That's one thing. Hey, if anything.
He has a cool theme.
Does he?
I like Scorpio, but he's just the
right?
He's just he's a guy.
He's just a dude.
Yeah.
He's a guy.
Why he bald?
What? Do you guys think that the 401 media rated this higher or lower than Starks and Hobbs? Starks and Hobbs, they had it 2.75.
I mean, the reason you're saying this because it's higher, but
maybe I'm not, brother.
Okay, well, I'll take under.
Yeah, I would hope.
Okay, it is under. How much more under do you think it is?
2, just flat 2.
No, no. They have it at
Too
2.5.
harsh.
A quarter of a star lower is the only difference between this and Starks and Hobbs.
That's not enough stars.
Well, any stars are too many stars, if we're being honest.
Facts.
Hang on, I need to address this. I'm being assaulted in the Discord DMs right now.
Uh-oh.
All Pro Joe has just DM'd me a picture of Evil Uno looking at his hands, and the caption is "greater than Hangman."
That's layered, brother. That's layered.
That's
That's
disgusting.
disgustingly layered. That's
That's
crazy.
so gross, dude. He sent that to me thinking I would like pop for it. No, you're getting aired out for that shit. That's nasty. That's fucking nasty. All right, let's move on to some real graps.
Kind of getting cooked over there, bro. I don't know what to
Leave
tell
me
you.
alone, man. I just want my favorite wrestlers to do good things.
Well,
Alright?
pick better ones.
I like good wrestlers. This is known.
Well, you know.
Yeah, whatever. Moving on. Speaking of good wrestlers, CM Punk versus Samoa Joe, the main event of Collision. Colliders. How did we feel about this match?
We're fucking back, man. This is TV wrestling, brother.
This was
This is
so
professional
good.
wrestling dish.
This was so good.
It was good. Like it wasn't by any means like, you know, I don't think it was the greatest match on the card.
No.
But I think
it just felt
everything
so
about
important.
it. You're right. It spoke for itself. It was Nigel did a great job. Kevin Kelly did a great job. I think everything about this was presented well. They played the hits in an incredible way. The post match was awesome. The way they did it, and Joe, like you could tell that Joe came in there, like, and not that he hasn't looked this way or felt this way in AEW, but he made sure that he came in there like ready to go for this, and he knew how important this was, and Punk knew how important this was. And
this is also true. He didn't do. I really thought when Punk was running back and forth doing the corner knees, I'm like, oh, he's gonna fucking nail him with the Uranagi. He didn't do it. They're saving it.
They're still
saving it for Wembley, brother.
Just really good. Again, this is one of those matches that you can point to like next year when the Owens taking place as like, yeah, this is actually important because
especially
we got that last year.
Yeah, and the crowd chanting Owen Hart towards the end of the match and during the post match.
Right.
Incredible stuff. I love the way this match opened with Punk just like stick and move. I'm not getting hit by that fucking chop, brother. Ain't no way.
Right.
And then that immediately leading to the Joe walkaway spot is fucking art because Punk was doing all he could to avoid getting hit, and all Joe had to do was just his little walkaway, and Punk was fine.
Yeah, it was a good mix. I mean, it's what I like with wrestling, where like the Roddy Joe match last week felt like a competition. And this one felt like a competition, but like a personal competition.
Yeah, it felt like Punk was like, this match felt like you can see Punk thinking about, oh fuck, what am I gonna do here?
Right. Which again, it's like, it's to that level, it's a bit of a rarity, right? So that was awesome to see. Yeah, like seeing the gears turning and Punk being like, especially because he hasn't gotten a singles win, and he's told you that he hasn't gotten a singles win. So aside from the Owen, you know how important this is to him, right? And then to get that and the finish the way it was, where with Joe having that reaction and leading into the post match, tells us what kind of what Joe was saying in the chat, that there was some stuff left on the table, and probably we will be seeing it soon, I would imagine.
Yeah, and honestly, when Ricky won in the opener, I was like, okay, Joe's gonna win.
Right.
I really thought Joe was gonna win this, and they were gonna do Joe and Ricky, but they're gonna do Punk and Ricky, and I'm intrigued as to where that goes. Tope, what do you think Punk and Ricky looks like?
I don't know. They're both pretty good-looking chaps.
That's true.
Pretty good-looking match over there. No, I think it's a lot of fun. I think this is going to be a very pivotal moment in Punk's character.
I think Ricky Starks too.
I think this is a huge spot for Ricky, but I think it's a huge spot for Ricky because what I don't know what Punk is gonna do, but whatever he does do, it's gonna be too Ricky.
Mm-hmm. You don't think there's a chance Ricky turns on Punk?
I think there's a chance. I think that's a mistake.
I agree. Chris, you're muted.
Whatever it is, I think it's gonna be like a friendly competition type thing with like some jabs. I think both ways, where you kind of start to question, Punk. Yeah, I think the character thing, especially for Punk, I think is gonna be a big deal because I think he's gonna be. We might see some elements of him being a dick.
Oh yeah.
Which is gonna be really fun, and I think this is big for Ricky too because this is up there with his most important match so far in AEW. So
yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be it should be fun either way.
Yeah, I think Punk turns heel. Maybe not fully, but he definitely like does something that's like, oh, you fucking piece of shit, Ricky deserved that. I think that's where we're going.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, the post match of Joe and Punk was awesome too. Crowd chanting Owen Hart. We got a little handshake action. Joe fucking rips him back in, chokes him out. Just good shit. Really good shit. FTR comes out to save Phil. And then Ricky Starks comes out, walks on the ramp, but he looks a little indifferent.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa. True.
Sorry, I was helping the storytelling,
Yeah. Ad-libbing a little bit. And that was it. That was Collision. I really like this show. Collision rules.
I also love Joe.
True.
Yeah, I mean always, but when he had Punk there and he was like, "I'm better than you," like I've always been better than you. It's fucking awesome. I love that we're going in this direction.
Yeah, I agree. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Not.
Who do you think is winning the women's Owen Hart tournament?
That's the question. I'm going to answer your question with another question. Who's winning Willow and Athena? Because I think that's who's winning the tournament.
Incorrect.
Well,
We're doing bits now. We're doing bits.
No, I would never.
I'm famously anti-bit.
I agree that the favorite is the winner of the Athena Willow match. I think it will be Athena. I think it should be Willow, but it's not like I'm going to be like disappointed if it's Athena.
Because either one of them is fucking.
Yeah,
awesome.
I just think capitalizing on Willow's momentum right now would be big.
I agree.
I think it'll be Willow. I think honestly the plan might have been Willow the whole time before she even won the Strong title. Because that would have right now you're like, okay, well she had that, so feels important. But I feel like even before that, she was probably the choice for this, or she might have been the choice for it.
Oh my god! Don't put this out there, Joe, when I'm not going to get it. Athena winning, Athena versus Julie at Wembley. That's so gross. I'm
leaning Willow, but also I don't know what Tony's mind's at because of Athena being champion, but who fucking knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a title match. He can have Willow win and then have her earn a title match because of that, if that's what his brain needs to do.
Yeah, it's tough.
Compensate for it or whatever. I think Ruby's kind of a sleeper pick, honestly.
I do too.
I think her winning the Owen while Tony's the champion would really help that group. Not that they need help or anything, but I think it legitimizes them a little bit more. Yeah. Sorry, Tope. I don't think Sky's winning it.
Why?
I don't think she is. I think she has a chance to make the final if Athena wins.
There's no stronger finisher in the division than the Code Blue.
That's not even her finisher, is it? Doesn't she do that flatliner thing that Athena does better?
The Code Blue.
This is a bad look.
She does the Code Blue. I know
she does do the Code Blue.
This is a horrible.
Have you even watched her versus Athena yet?
the two matches that
He's
she has
avoiding.
won on
He's
AEW
Are you not paying
TV.
attention to her matches, Tope?
Did you see her
I
with
pay
Athena
attention
for
to
the ROH
every
Women's
wrestling
title?
match that I watch. No, I did not see that.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Wow, bro.
I'm not
Wow.
honorable enough for that.
Wow. Fake
Unfortunately.
fan. It feels so
You
good to
heard it
say
here
that.
first, folks.
Fake
That's-
fan.
That yeah, it honestly pains me to say that. Wow.
Fake fan. Well, I think this
I
has
would
been
just
Fleet
say-
Week. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure this
Yeah.
was Fleet Week.
Yeah, it says it up there on our screen.
Oh, it does say it on my screen.
On the
Yeah.
top left, it says
You
Joe
guys
versus
can't see
Punk.
it, but
Best Bout Machine delivers
It doesn't say
again
it for me.
with a little thing and it says Fleet Week.
that's true. The best Bout Machine did deliver. We talked about that.
Yeah, indeed. No, for sure.
All right. Well, is there any final words you guys have to add while I look for the outro?
No, keep watching.
Keep
Fleet Week. Let's all pray, or whatever you do, hope for good vibes towards the direction of Tony making good decisions.
True.
Yeah, I think that's all we can do.
All right.
Thank you.
That's all we can.
I still don't know how to do an outro. Goodbye, everybody.